If your chest is flat, small, and pathetic, let me show you how to fix it. Sorry, it's the truth. The number one go-to exercise, in my opinion, is dumbbell pressing on a slight incline. That's gonna give your chest the most thickness, the most width and depth from the side and the front. So let's talk about how we can use this piece and optimize it for growth, because you'll see a lot of people do this exercise wrong and they're just trashing their triceps and delts and they're getting little to no chest activation. So let me show you a few reps and then I'll talk through what I'm doing and what I'm trying to activate when I'm training on this incline. All right, so with the dumbbell incline press or dumbbell flat, decline, doesn't matter. What I want to think about here is I want to get a nice arch. I don't want me flat, so good little arch, keep my chest up and lifted. And when I'm here, I want to take the dumbbells down. Again, your range of motion will depend upon your shoulder health. So some people can get a little bit lower. This is my end range. As you can tell, I don't have weights in my hands. That's as far as I can go down. And when I press up, I don't want to take my shoulders this way. My shoulders are going to be back and glued down. And then I'm gonna press up here. So if you think about how my chest works, and I'm gonna look straight on so you can see it, my chest works and contracts here to here. So essentially think about like a fly motion. I can do the same thing, create that with a dumbbell. Now, I'm not gonna hit the dumbbells together because I'm gonna lose tension here on my pecs. But, so I'm here and I press up. If you notice, all that chest is working when I'm doing that motion. So I'm gonna sit back down, show you a couple more reps, and I'm gonna try to talk you through it as I'm going, what I'm feeling. All right, so kick them up into place. If you notice, I'm not here, flared with my elbows. They're kind of semi-tucked, but they're not also tucked here. I'm right in the middle. That feels really great for my shoulders and maximally activates my chest. And get up, squeeze those dumbbells here. As we go heavier, we can explode up more. As you gain more control over your pecs, you can feel them more as you're going up and trying to ram them up really hard and fast. But look at that range of motion. It's not there. And I'm not straight with my triceps, here to there. All right, 9 times out of 10, when I'm gonna start a chest workout, I'm gonna begin on with the dumbbells, either flat, slight incline, or decline, because it's gonna help warm everything up, and it's gonna keep my shoulders as healthy as possible. And when I was much, much younger, I used to start with the barbell press, because that's what I thought you had to do to get a big chest. Well, all it did is gonna beat up your shoulders. You continue to do that as you get stronger and stronger. When I had 185 on the bar, it's not a big deal. Once I have 315, 365 on the bar, that will make a big difference, especially now that I'm 36. So dumbbells first or a machine first, and then I'm gonna come to the incline barbell. So second exercise, this is gonna give you all that thickness through your front delt and up near your collarbone. This is a huge go-to exercise for me, in my opinion. It has helped make my chest grow the most. And the rep range for this specifically, I like anywhere from 6 to as many as 12. So let me show you what some reps are gonna look like here. Okay, so for grip, I just get my pinky on that ring, and that's gonna be a good spot for me personally. Grab the bar, hard and tight, and I'm gonna come down, stop right at my chin, and then ram up explosive. Here, 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 here. I can't go all the way down. This is my active range, meaning I cannot get my chest or the bar any lower, and then press right up through a 3/4 lockout. I'm not gonna go in there. I'm gonna keep my shoulder blades glued to that bench, and I'm here, just like that. And if you notice, on both those exercises I just did, I didn't have my feet up on the bench. My feet weren't dancing around. My head wasn't doing weird stuff coming on and off the bench. Everything's gonna be set in stone, and I'm thinking about just pressing with my pecs. My arms are literally just moving in motion to make my chest contract and squeeze. So if you think about it here, we don't want to put it, you see a lot of people, even big dudes, putting their feet up on the bench. They're just trying to look cool. You're just removing balance and stabilization. Stop it. You want your chest to grow, plant your feet, plant your back, plant your head, and fucking pressing it strong. All right, next up, a machine press. So we've done the dumbbell, we've done the barbell. Now let's go to a machine. This doesn't have to be a hammer strength piece. If you don't have this hammer strength wide, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's an incline hammer strength, a decline hammer strength, or even just like a pin selected piece, whether that be Cybex, Icarian, Life Fitness, it doesn't matter. All these principles I'm going to teach you here on this machine press are going to be universal. So step one, you don't want to go too far back because some of these machines are built for people. I have no idea how flexible their shoulders are. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, maybe they don't have the thickness front to back that we do as bodybuilders, so they don't sit as far up on the machine as we do, but something to think about. So we gotta protect our shoulders. If I turn to the side here, I never wanna let my elbows get past there. If you notice, I had to pull myself back in that position, almost like I'm doing a row. I wanna stop where my body feels natural. For me, it's right there, which means my hands are even with my rib cage, and I'm gonna press out. So again, don't let, even once we get the heavy weight, it's gonna be able to try to push us back in the hole. Don't do that. It's gonna wreck your shoulder, and it's gonna take pressure off of our pecs, which at the end of the day, as bodybuilders, that's all we care about. We wanna keep the activation and the weight on the muscle. So let me show you how we're gonna do this. I have no weight on the machine here, not a big deal. Take a medium grip, so not short, not super wide, right in the middle. Pin my shoulders back to that bench, get a decent arch, but not crazy. Feet planted on the ground, head back against the bench, and then bam, fire out and squeeze. So even with no weight, you can see that pec firing as hard as a rock. Here, bam, hit that and go. Right there. Just like that. You can see my literal chest working there. And again, the great thing about the machine press is it locks everything in stone. I don't have to balance or stabilize any weight. I can just think about pushing from A to B and then controlling the negative and think about every rep being perfect and squeezing. So that's the benefits of a machine. If you lack the ability to feel the activation on a dumbbell or a barbell because too much stuff going on with stabilization, start here on one of these machines and learn how to make your chest work. Then progress to the dumbbell and barbell and get strong with those two, and you'll watch your chest grow. So the last thing here we want to touch on for chest is going to be a fly variation. So let's go do that now. Last up here is going to be a fly variation. So it doesn't matter if you're doing dumbbells or if you're doing pec deck or you're doing the high cable crossover or even the low cable crossover. Same principles align here. You'll hear a lot of people talk about wrapping your arms around a tree, hug a barrel, and they're essentially right. Because what I want to think about here is I'm there. I want to create this motion, not there. I want to create this motion, and that's going to shorten my pec. So if you look at that being worked, it's here stretched, fully lengthened, and then here fully short. So I want to do that simply with some weights in my hands to give me some resistance. So let me show you a few reps here. Step out, staggered stance. If you notice, I have a neutral grip, and all I want to do is squeeze that chest. Again, doesn't matter which exercise you choose. Let's actually go over here and I'll show you some dumbbell flies. All right, so with these dumbbell flies, I'm gonna come right back to the same bench that I did incline and pressing on. And what I wanna think about here is the only difference between a dumbbell fly and a cable fly is gonna be the fact that I'm gonna lose tension between, if you think about a clock dial, 10 and 2. If I go there, I'm gonna lose tension. So let me show you what that looks like. Here, I lose tension from here to here. So why go there? I'm gonna start at 10 and 2, I'm gonna come out, stretch those pecs, and right up there, squeeze my chest. Stretch your pecs, bam, right there. Perfect reps. Again, the exact same motion that I'm doing with the high cable crossover. I just have dumbbells in my hands. So if you prefer free weight variation, or if you train in a busy gym and you can't get two single cables like that, like say in the middle, if you train at like 6 o'clock at a busy gym, then come over and do dumbbell flies. Not a big deal. Lots of people have grown massive, impressive chests with dumbbell flies, so don't shortchange yourself. You can always find a way to get it done. All right, let's say you've tried to master all those techniques that I just taught you on those 5 exercises, and you still can't feel your chest work. So what I want to think about here is why. So let's start here. I'm going to grab one of these long red bands from Elite FTS. I'm going to throw it behind my back here, and then all I'm going to do is press and shorten my chest. So here, and you notice the first thing I did, I'm going to turn this side, I'm going to show you. I'm not standing like this with a concave chest. I'm up here, and then all I'm going to do is press out, squeeze my chest. And from front on, here, squeeze my chest, make it work. Turn to the side here. If you do these and can't feel your pecs, something is wrong and turned off, and you need to go see some kind of tissue therapist to help you turn it back on, because this will smash your chest. So again, let's have a red band hooked around my back, and I'll think about just here, press out. And again, if you feel these great, then guess what? Do 3, 5 reps, and then immediately sit down and do some dumbbell pressing. And the next thing you know, after a couple weeks of doing this, you'll find your chest really starts to turn on and activate. 6 exercises for you guys today to help you feel and think about how to make your chest work on everything you would potentially do in a gym for chest. Everything that we went over here today is going to be beneficial. You can take in the gym tomorrow and start working on that chest. Time to make it grow. If you like today's video, like, share, and subscribe, and comment if you have any questions about, hey, I don't really get this exercise, I need some help with this exercise. I'm more than happy to respond to that in the comment section below. Thanks, guys.